Now, Susan Kihika was forced to plead with mourners in Bahati constituency today to let her read President William Ruto's message of condolence to the family of the late Henry Gashie, a brother of Bahati MP Irene Njoki, after the crowd became hostile to any statements from the Kenya Kwanza leaders. Some MPs in attendance were forced to cut short their speeches or to completely go off topic when the crowd jeered them as the reality of the changing political environment hit the leaders. Our political affairs reporter Emmanuel Tor with more.
Excellency William Ruto.
She had a somewhat successful delivery of speech until she mentioned the name President William Ruto.
President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief.
Nakuru Governor Susan Kihika had an uphill task to convince the residents of Bibilioni Village, Bahati constituency, Nakuru County.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mora TV. So yesterday there was a pressure increase, a super pressure increase in Nakuru County. This is after the governor, Mrs. Susan Kihika, was making a very good speech and the people were listening. But the moment he mentioned that he's going to read a speech from the president, Mr. William Samoei Ruto, things went south, and it's clearly indicating that indeed the ground is boiling. It's only that the bubbles haven't reached the surface yet, and as soon as the bubbles will reach the surface, then it will be clear that things are going to be tough in the coming days. So he was booed and told off as he tried to calm people and tell them that the speech, let them listen to the speech. But the people were mad and furious, saying that we don't want to hear him. This is after the ground became very hot because of Mr. Rigathi Gachagua impeachment, which has clearly divided the Mount Kenya region into two, and that is the Gachagua supported and the others who feel like Gachagua shouldn't be there. They want another one.
Thina wa gukorwo ati barabara nyingi thiini wa gicigo giki ni thuku cigakiria njano undu uria makoretwo mena thina wa gukorwo makiumiria irio undu uria ungi ningi makiuga ati ni makumithitie na njira nene ngucanio uria ithiite ikahagikwo kana igekirwo thiini wa thoko.
In this same region, we have seen the likes of Mr. Kimani Ichung'wah facing a lot of challenges as they are being called the one behind Rigathi Gachagua impeachment, and now the masses are learning and are anti-Gachagua and his allies. People are facing a lot of trouble. Kimani Ichung'wah for the moment is the man who is hated by majority of the people because he was infronted this Gachagua impeachment motion. We have seen him say, call Mr. Gachagua the black man with a black hat. Those were very tough statements, and indeed it exposed some things which are currently happening in the KK administration, and maybe the reason why they don't want Gachagua to be in. So the people have really come out strongly to condemn these people who are anti-Gachagua, and the ground is very hot at the moment. People don't want to do anything with politicians who mentioned Ruto in Mount Kenya at the moment.
Found in the jeers.
We sell gacie niguo tumuthomere message ino na ndimine family niguo tondu really ni ya family.
And after hurriedly reading the president's speech, Governor Kihika thanked the mourners for giving the government valuable feedback.
Tondu angathi ku ici muri fireworks. No tukauga atiriri we appreciate you tondu ni mutuheaga feedback njega niguo.
She was not alone.
Oi, tusifanye makelele kwa sababu tuko kwa mazishi. Washeni tusifanye makelele, karibuni.
Serikali ya Rais William Ruto.
Earlier, Ndia MP George Masharia's efforts to preach the government's gospel fell on deaf ears.
Barabara zote hapa Kenya, sana sana zile barabara zimekwama kidogo. Tutatengeneza zote, zitakamilika.
He too was forced to retreat in surrender.
Nimeona mmefurahia sana na Bwana Yesu awabariki.
Although she somehow got the attention of the mourners when she belted out her signature introduction, Kiambu woman representative Anno Muratha was forced to be a soloist after the mourners rejected her invitation to join in the popular Kikuyu song. And after listening to the ground,
Tanzania, Tanzania, Arusha, Somali.
Other speakers deciding to stick to the more acceptable topics under the circumstances.
Mashida hii watu ni mingi na maneno. Hebu can you imagine kama Yesu angekuwa hapa? Kama nyinyi mnasumbua Irene kwa hapa, mnasumbua gavana, mnafumusu na basari nataka hii.
Esa wangege kila yuega to.
Emmanuel To, Citizen TV.
Majority of the politicians were forced to cut their speeches short because wherever they were trying to push out there became under fire. It became very thwarted. They weren't allowed to speak. Some of them were making their speeches very short because the ground is very hostile. At the moment, people of Kenya are awakened, but the formidable action which was taken by the citizen is that they made their announcements clear that they don't want to hear any speech which is praising the government or is promising development. We saw another MP who tried to talk about the issue of the roads and he was told no through the echoes, and that was a very formidable action. So these things are going to be happening so often in the coming days because majority of the Kenyans are awakened and they don't want to be told lies, because at the moment the politics of the lies is gone by and it's all about action, and it's very evident that majority of these people are going to go home come 2027. They did something with the finance bill. They thought the citizens weren't watching. They took it for granted and now they have come to Mr. Rigathi Gachagua impeachment, and it has explosively brought out some key points to note and what the predictability of the future is going to be. So that's it for today. Make sure you keep it Mora TV.